we're back for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I've been waiting on this season to start ever since I found out that Nene has returned. Candy and everybody else is back. Shamia's back. Kim's back. Everybody's back except for Phaedra. And my heart is just warm with the joy of knowing that that bitch won't be on my fucking screen. Fake ass bitch. And if you like Phaedra and you don't like me throwing shade at her, you can exit. But yeah, so we're here for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we opened up with Candy and Todd. They're at the OLG, and from what I hear, it's always packed around that bitch. I ain't never been there, but I know that whenever I do go to Atlanta, Puff and Pedals is one restaurant that I want to visit, and so is the OLG. I really want to visit those two places. But it's jam packed. Everybody in the building. And as you know, they're getting everything together. Candy and Tom go outside and have a conversation, and they discuss Candy doing all this different stuff. They're doing the OLG, and Candy is doing Escape now all over again. And in addition to all of that, she got her child to look after. And she feels like that she's sucking at the whole mother thing because she got so much going on. But she wants to get her child ready to be a multimillionaire at some point and have things laid out for Riley and Ace and all of that stuff. So she's just doing everything that she's supposed to do. And y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say about Candy, but the bitch has really turned Real Housewives of Atlanta into a moneymaker for her. It's a platform. She has several businesses. She's promoting herself. She's doing what the fuck you're supposed to do when you have a platform. When you're trying to do other things, you use this platform as a tool to do what you're supposed to do. Nene has done it. Candy done it. Cynthia's starting to do it. But other bitches on this show really ain't doing what they supposed to do with it. Like Sheree, she the main one who should have a workout tape. You know what I'm saying? She should be the one doing a workout tape. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the she by Sheree. She should be doing a workout tape. I do believe she put out a book last year. Kenya, she got a hair care line that I ain't ever seen in nobody's beauty store. But whatever. The main one who ain't really doing nothing with it is probably Kenya though. But I do know that she got a hairline, but I don't see it nowhere. So it's like, okay, whatever. But. So Cynthia and Nene, they reunite and it feels so good to see them in a scene together. It was just everything. But they start discussing Kenya and her marriage. And Nene is like, I found out, asking Cynthia all these questions about, Kenya's marriage, because Cynthia is supposed to be Kenya's best friend, but she never even met the man. She wasn't at the wedding. She don't know what the motherfucking name is. And she say that Kenya calls him baby. She does not call him by his name. So Nene is pretty much feeling like everybody else. You sitting up here acting like you so happy for them when you don't even know what the fuck this man's name is, and you weren't even invited to the wedding. But then Kenya is on her way, and Cynthia lets Nene know that Kenya's on her way to the house. They ain't seen each other in a while, and she told Kenya that Nene would be there. So when Kenya came, her and Nene are reunited, of course, and they get to talking about the wedding and the marriage and everything like that. And Nene is being her messy self, asking all of the questions that everybody want to know about. And she like, why did you keep it a secret? Why do we still have to call him baby? Do we still have to do this? And Kenya feel like Nene was being very fucking nosy. And she was being very motherfucking nosy. But this is Nene. And honestly, y'all, I'm glad that Nene is back because she gives this energy that the show really needs. Not to say that the show was boring without her, but Nene brings a certain thing to the show, and it's needed. She can be funny as fuck, she can be messy and all. So we need that. She gives a great balance. But you could tell that Kenya was very annoyed by Nene and all of her damn questioning, all of her fucking invading. But that is but whatever. It is her fucking marriage. It is her wedding. Why should she have to discuss it with everybody else? So, Portia and Lauren got this made for TV ass podcast. And after the podcast, is they ask her about, no, Portia brings up the fact that she heard from Phaedra. Phaedra texted for her birthday. And, she goes into talking about how she felt used by Phaedra and all of this bullshit. So let me just read her right the fuck now, okay? Bitch, stop using Phaedra as a damn crutch. Yes, Phaedra was a fucked up ass individual for what the fuck she did to Candy. Very fucked up. That's why I never fuck with that bitch. Because she did way too much. But you want to say that you felt used and shit, but bitch, it ain't nobody's fault that you're so fucking dumb and fucking gullible, bitch. It's all your fucking fault. You're just as much as to blame as Phaedra is, because you went and perpetuated the lies and the bullshit, and you went and you said all of this shit was true when it really wasn't true, and you knew that it wasn't fucking true. You knew that. So why the fuck you trying to act like you don't know what it is? Bitch, you know what it is. Stop trying to point the finger at Phaedra like she the only one. If anything, if she got fired, you should have been fired right along with her, because you was right there with her, getting your hands dirty for that bitch. So now, but it was all good when you was telling the shit, spilling the tea, but it wasn't all good. It ain't all good now. Girl, bye. You was right in it with her ass. Have a seat. So Nene and Sheree, they get together. And I love it when Nene and Sheree get together. When they good, they good. And when they bad, they fucking bad. But I love it when they good. So they sit down and they talk about Kenya's marriage. And Nene was like, I heard that she married, but I need to see a marriage certificate or whatever. Here's my thing. I'm not one to be defending Kenya like that. But why do everybody give a fuck that she married? You know what I'm saying? Like, let the bitch be happy. If she got married, she got married. I don't know why everybody got to feel the need to, every time she be with somebody, it got to be staged. Or every time she with somebody, she got to be paying them. You know what I'm saying? How much is she paying them? Because if she got to pay a motherfucker to be her man, I take the money. Because I want to be on the damn show. I know how to turn my nigga voice on and all of that shit. So she need a damn made-for-TV man. I'll be there. If she paying them, is she paying what everybody's saying she paying? So I don't understand why her marriage is a topic of discussion. I mean, she didn't invite y'all bitches. And I don't really blame Kenya, because I won't want my man around you hoes either, so y'all can tear him the fuck down. Girl, bye. I won't want that either. So then they talk about Nene's beef with Portia. And Nene says she don't understand what the fuck her beef is, what the fuck Portia's beef is with her. All she knows is that she gave the bitch some advice that she didn't like. And she has no right to be mad with her and all of that stuff. So, they talked about Phaedra and how Nene don't feel sorry for Portia nor Phaedra, and how she felt like they were both in on the bullshit. So then that's when Sheree, being the pot stirrer that she is, she brings that conversation right on back to Portia. And Portia said, well, I know that she gave me some advice, but it goes deeper than that. She said that I should have been fired. Basically, they're breaking that fourth wall that they never break. Basically, Nene wanted Phaedra and Portia off the show, pretty much. So that's why Portia feels some type of way. But you do have to remember, though, Nene did say that same shit about Cynthia when they weren't friends. When Cynthia said you tried to take food off my table when you were on Watch What Happens Live, and you said, she's not really bringing anything to the show. She's just there, like she doesn't bring nothing. And that made Cynthia feel some kind of way. As it should have. It would have made me feel some kind of way. So it's kind of like, whatever, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to sit up here and act like you ain't do shit when you know you did. So, Nene, I'm normally on your team when it comes down to this bitch right here. Because, y'all know I don't fuck with Portia ass. But, Nene, they showed it. And you just really gonna sit, like, you did say that shit. So, don't act like you don't know what she's talking about. And Portia really don't be talking about you on Dish Nation. Because even if she was, I ain't see it. But then again, I don't really watch Dish Nation like that. But you making it sound like she talk about your ass all the time on Dish Nation. And that would have been on the blogs. That would have been on the Shade Room if she was talking about you that much. But okay, Nene. Cynthia's second 50th birthday party. Cynthia invited Peter, but he ain't coming. And as you can see, Cynthia is very hurt by that. But Noelle was like, it's your birthday. Don't let it bother you. Whatever. And, honestly, I do understand. She wanted him there. They still friends. But I just felt like, even though Cynthia and Peter had their issues, I don't really think that they were ready to get a divorce. Because I still feel like there's some love there. You know what I mean? So it's time for the party. 50 Shades of Cynthia and everybody dressing up like Cynthia would. And Candy come over to Kenya, and she was like, "Now why I had to find out on the blog? Now I thought we supposed to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck I had to find out about your damn wedding on the motherfucking blogs? I could have at least got a phone call or something to be let it be known that you got married. But I'm happy for you, blah blah blah. But I honestly feel like Candy was genuine with that. But I know Nene and them ain't genuine with shit. They ready to pounce and talk about this fucking wedding and talk about her marriage and all of that stuff. So Portia comes and she speaks to everybody, hugs just about everybody but Nene. And in the midst of her talking to Cynthia, Candy is just over it. Like, she really don't fuck with Portia. And everybody want to make it sound like Candy was just straight up pressed about Portia, but I don't necessarily feel like that. When someone has lied to you to that extent that Portia lied on Candy, you don't want to be in their space. And just hearing their voice makes you angry. And honestly, when you don't like somebody, everything they do annoys you. The way they talk, the way they open up the door, the way they eat, the way they chew, everything annoys you. And that's probably where she at with Portia. She ain't been around the bitch since the reunion. She just coming around her. She about don't want to be around that bitch right now. And I don't really blame her. I can be around people that I don't like, but when somebody do something like that to me, I am going to be pressed. No lie, because I don't want to be around them. So it is what it is. And, Nene feel the same way, so Sheree was like, okay, let's have a conversation so we can get this out in the open. And so Nene confronts Portia. When Portia tells her what her beef is, Nene going to sit up there and lie to her and everybody else and say that she never said that. You said that. What you saying... I would get rid of Portia and Phaedra and all that shit. You had every intention on saying you wanted them hoes fired. That's what you said. And you gotta own up to what the fuck you said. You did say that. So get a grip, bitch. You know what the fuck you meant when you said that. You know what the hell you meant. You want the bitch fired. I want her ass fired too. And they showed the motherfucking tape. You said it. So stop trying to front, Nene. Like, don't try to front in front of everybody else. You said that shit. And that's why Portia handled your ass. Like, I hate to give her props, but she handled you. You lied. And you said this shit. But you want to sit up here and say you don't know what the fuck she mad about. Okay, bitch. But really, y'all, that was all I got to say about the Housewives. It was a pretty good premiere. And I'm ready for the rest of the season. So, that's really all I got to say. On to my next review. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.